Hi, King Kong Jane, I'm Colin.
And I'm Ren Chen.
I'm Ian.
I'm Rachel.
Founder.
What
founder?
Ian, the founder, shall
Yes.
tell us more.
The oldest.
Basically, we all met in hostel in NTU. We were staying together in the same hostel. We found people who like to play music together, and then we just sort of formed the band.
We snatched people's vocalists.
We stole Colin from a friend's band,
Mm.
and here we are. A couple of years later, he's still with us.
4 years.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's on loan.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't intend to return him, but yes, he's on loan.
Yes.
yeah. So we're pretty much like the hall band in a sense. And I think we started out playing lots of covers. I think we bonded over some bands like Franz Ferdinand, Red Hot Chili Peppers back then. And yeah, so it started out playing cover songs for lots of school events and stuff like that. Then we decided to actually try out for Bay Beats, which is organized by the Esplanade every year. So I think that was sort of like a turning point for us because Bay Beats, in order to take part, then we had to do original songs. So we started to have a go at writing our own songs and realized that hey, we could actually do that, and the songs didn't sound half bad. So we submitted the songs for the festival and we made it through, and that was a turning point. So I think from then on we started to write and perform mainly our own songs. I think we always get asked this question, and I think for a time we ourselves didn't know how to describe it as well. Indie rock, for a while I even thought we were power pop, which was totally not. I would say modern alternative rock, because I think we can all agree that we're not exactly very hardcore, and most of our songs are rather mainstream, in fact, and accessible, and we love big choruses. We love bridges after big choruses,
Yes.
and quiet parts after
Quiet
bridges,
parts, yes.
and big chorus coming back.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think we've never really set up to be anything we're not, in a sense, and we believe in songs having hooks. So we're quite happy to be pop rock or modern rock or whatever you call it. Okay, just backtracking a bit. I think it usually starts off with a hook from you, most often Ian. So he just plays something and all of us will just build up on it, and finally I will sing a vocal melody over it. And and it always happens during jamming sessions. No one goes home to bring a melody. Yeah, that seldom happens, which is quite interesting. I don't think a lot of bands write songs like that.
Because we're lazy.
Yeah, but in a sense, the magic happens when all five are together. Lyrics-wise, my lyrics, I would say, I try to write from a personal point of view, but it's quite varied, and I think some of our songs are really direct, such as Waiting for Friday. It's literally about waiting for Friday, which is something everyone can relate to. If it wasn't for you, it's about being grateful to that special person in your life, which everyone has. Yeah, so... but yeah, we can all say that we all listen to quite different stuff. But yeah, if we had to choose certain bands that we like in common, Muse, Franz Ferdinand, Killers, yeah. But that was back then. Nowadays, I think we listen to
Very different things. And we have
Even-
no idea what we are.
even more different stuff.
We're not
Colin
even-
likes
we don't
Britney
even know what we're
Spears.
listening to.
I've moved on. It's
I don't
Lady
know what I'm
Gaga
listening
now.
to.
Oh, yeah, but
Actually, when we go in, we have no idea what each of us are listening. And usually I name drop something, he's like, who's that?
yeah.
He'll tell me something, I'm like, I have no idea.
Who's that?
But I think it's a good thing. I think if we all listen to the same stuff, then I think we will most likely end up sounding like a band, and that's what we don't like. I think sometimes when you watch a band perform, it's so obvious who they listen to, and that's not great, at least in my books. Yeah. I mean, from the 4 years ago when we got together to now, I think all of us have listened to a lot of stuff, and I would say, for example, myself, I used to be really mainstream pop and nothing else, but I listen to all sorts of stuff now as well. Florence and the Machine, La Rue, Robin, and I think our songwriting has changed as well. right from the first horrible song we wrote called "Don't Take Me," or to this song we
taken out.
to one of our new songs we wrote last year called "How Could You." I think we've become our songwriting has become much more layered in a sense, and we also try to break our own patterns. And it's quite amazing. I mean, we are still a relatively young band, but we also notice that when we jam and write songs, we tend to slip into certain patterns. Like for example, the big chorus, bridge, quiet part, big chorus thing. So we're aware of that, and we try to challenge ourselves by not repeating certain formulas that made some of our previous songs bigger hits than others were.
We have changed.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, well, basically, we are about to release our debut album called Waiting for Friday, and basically it contains 10 songs, the 10 of the best songs that we've written ever since we got together. So it's kind of like a greatest hits album as our debut album. Yeah, it's cool because yeah, even within that 10 songs, you can see how we've grown as well. For example, there's Someday Somehow, which is perhaps the most U2-ish song we've ever written. That's grander in sound. And then there's Lollipop, which is kind of like pop punk, pop rock, if you like. And then things like If It Wasn't For You would be like a pop ballad, rock ballad of sorts. Yeah, so lots of different styles, and which I think we've come to acknowledge is pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, if you had one album with every song sounding like each other, then that wouldn't be nice, would it? Yeah, we have this one called Crunchy what?
Wow,
Crunchy Chocolate Banana or something like
refuse to
that.
play that.
Yeah, it's just this
Never played that.
joking tune that we always play in the jamming room, but we've never performed. But yeah, I think we do revisit some of our older songs. For example, we have a gig coming up at Mosaic Festival by the Esplanade, which is an acoustic one. So I think that will force us to revisit some of the older songs and try to play them acoustically, which we've never done before. Okay, like I said earlier, it's called Waiting for Friday, and it's been quite a few years in the making, because good things must wait. We're almost done with everything that needs to be done, really. We worked with Leonard Susay from Snake Week Studios. He produced the album together with us. We sent the album to the US for mastering by the same studio that mastered Death Cab for Cutie. So yeah, 10 songs, and we're really proud of what we've done with it. And we are hoping to release it very soon, hopefully around Mosaic Festival, which is March, if not April. Yeah, so, and even the artwork is done. We got a friend called FQ to help us with the artwork, and we're really excited to share it with you guys soon, so look out for it. Okay, Waiting for Friday would be one of the relatively more recent songs we wrote, and I think we wrote it at a point of time. The lyrics came later, as always, but I think we all wrote it at a point where we were all starting to join the workforce. I mean, all of us graduated from NTU a few years ago, and I think for anyone, the transition from being a student to a working adult is quite a big one. So we found that we had less time to jam. We found that we had less time to write new songs. We were always practicing old songs for upcoming gigs and all that. So the song, it's something universal. I mean, everyone in Singapore especially can relate to Waiting for Friday, waiting to knock off for the weekend and stuff like that. In terms of the tune, I would say it's quite a slow burner. The song starts out pretty quiet and it kind of builds up into quite a roaring chorus, so to speak. And it's also the first song for the album that we did a music video for. We worked with a bunch of people from NTU School of Art, Design and Media, and this was under the Noise Apprenticeship. So we actually filmed a music video late last year, and there was basically a guy in a King Kong suit chasing us down an expressway, and kind of symbolizing how corporate life is always chasing you behind you and stuff like that. So check it out on YouTube or our blog.